What's up guys, welcome to a quick homeroom announcements video. In this video, I'm going to give you some updates about the Fallout 4 No Mod Shop Class Settlement Building Contest. Ironically, I'm not actually playing Fallout 4 in this video. I'm actually playing a little Far Cry 5, which is the next game I'll be featuring for my Saturday Night Special series. You guys will see a teaser episode for that this Saturday. But as always, there's no interference with my regular Fallout 4 videos. The Saturday Night Special series is just something I do to add some variety to the channel and to keep up with the trivia walkthrough angle, which has been a long-time staple of the channel. Some people love them, some people don't even watch them. It's totally up to you. In any case, that's the game you're seeing in the background here in case you're interested. Now, back to Fallout 4 news. So, with about 3 weeks left before the contest deadline, I wanted to post this update video with some news and tips and stuff. First of all, entries are starting to roll in. However, there aren't as many as you think. Only about a dozen so far. I know, right? You were probably thinking there'd be hundreds by now. However, I totally expected this. Now, there's going to be a flood of procrastinators that get their entries in near the end of the month, waiting to the last minute. But if you're the kind of person who said to themselves, I probably shouldn't bother with this contest because there's going to be so much competition that I'll just be wasting my time, then you really should think again. Now, I'm not just saying that to get more entries. I mean, less entries would mean less videos for me to watch, and it's not like I'm charging an entry fee and making money off of this. Nope, the contest is free. I just think this is an important life lesson that ought to be shared, something I've encountered in my own life on many occasions. In most circumstances where there's a little bit of effort needed for entry into a competition, less people apply than you imagine, and therefore, by entering, you have a much higher probability of winning than you think. Now, the key word there is effort. With something as simple as buying a lottery ticket for $1, of course there's going to be massive competition. But as the effort increases, the less entries there are, like reverse curves on a graph or something. I don't know if there's already a rule of thumb or a maxim named after this idea or not. Maybe we should make up a name for it here. But it's true, and like I said, I speak from experience. I've placed in more competitions than I can count in life by simply participating. All the way from winning a published poetry competition when I was young to winning a kung fu fighting championship as an adult. Of course, I don't win everything, that's life, but you know what guarantees that you don't win? Not participating. Now, I totally understand why some people don't like to enter competitions. Everyone likes winning, they just don't like the sting of losing, and I get that. But here's where a small tweak in your thinking can cure that. You have to remember that everything in life is about the journey and not the destination. Those of you who are longtime viewers of the Skooled Zone, upperclassmen so to speak, you've heard me mention that I practice the martial arts as a hobby. I used to teach it in college actually, but nowadays it's just about staying fit. But I used to go to martial arts tournaments a lot during high school and college, and there's two things I always noticed. I always had to fight less people than I imagined to win the gold medal. In some cases, only one match. And whenever I lost, I just called it a good practice bout for the next tournament. So I want you guys to make sure you keep those three concepts in mind, not just for the settlement contest, but for any competitive scenario in life, whether it be applying for a job or entering a bake-off or trying a cosplay event, what have you. You can't win if you don't try. There's likely to be less competition than you imagine. And if you don't win, it's called practice. There you go, my pep talk / life lesson for the day. Booyah! In other news related to the contest, I want to make sure you guys rewatch the original rules video because a small number of entries so far won't qualify because they didn't follow the rules. Now, I went over them very concisely in that video, so no need for me to go over them in great detail again, but I'll just lay out a few quick reminders. First of all, remember that this is a no mods, no console commands contest. If you're on a PC, for instance, your entry needs to be replicable, I think that's a word, by someone using like a console offline with only the Game of the Year edition of Fallout 4, which includes all the DLC add-ons but no Creation Club. The other purpose of this contest is to show the practical applications of the lessons you learned in the No Mod Shop class. So you need to remember to point those out. It's not just about having a cool entry. And they don't need to be specific items like the turret copter, for instance. They can be grander concepts too. For example, one guy mentioned that he took the idea of using the ladder rug glitch combo that he learned from one of my lessons to place floor tiles in a clever way. So make sure you include all those instances in your narrative tour so other people can see the practical applications. It's about helping other people to learn what you've learned through visual examples. which actually leads to another idea I had since that original rules video. There will only be 5 winners, but I imagine there will be a lot of great entries that didn't make the cut. A lot of viewers have been suggesting that I make a settlement ideas video just for inspiration. In unrelated comments, some people also want to see some of the settlement entries that didn't win. Well, I'm going to combine those 2 ideas and make a top 10 or top 20 great ideas video based on the entries that didn't win. Not only will that give people who put a lot of effort into their settlements but didn't win a chance to have their creativity seen and get a little recognition, but it'll also help others who are short on cool ideas for their settlements get a little inspiration too. So make sure if you submit a contest entry that you're willing to share your ideas with the class, so to speak, even if you don't win. Although there won't be any guarantees, of course. What I'll do is I'll go through and pick out the coolest thing I haven't seen before out of each video for the compilation and then narrow it down to the top 10 or 20, depending on how many final entries we get and all that. I mean, you never know. If there's only 25 total entries, then everyone's settlement will make it into a video. We'll just have to see. Oh, and a quick sidebar for your commentaries. The channel name is the Skooled Zone, but my name is Paul. So don't call me Skooled, all right? That's like calling out Tony the Tiger. Hey, Frosted. You know, some people have been calling me Skooled, and it just means that they haven't been paying attention, you know? So the full channel name or just Paul is fine. Now, a lot of you had questions when I first put out the original rules video. If you didn't get your questions answered in the comments, I also put out a big frequently asked questions post in the community tab. It's still the first entry up there, so just hit that read more link to expand the post and see if your question got answered. Easy link to get there, afterschooledclub.com. You can also head over to the subreddit and ask your question over there too, especially if it has to do with recording video or audio and stuff like that. Now I'm working on some sponsors to add more prizes to the contest, so stay tuned for that. Things are looking good. You know, it just takes a while with these sponsorship companies to work out all the details. That's kind of the reason why I don't do a lot of sponsorships on the Skooled Zone. You know, they're kind of a pain in the butt. You know, they want all this free advertising for like the minimum they can get away with. And I'm like, no, if you want to shout out, you need to offer these prizes to contestants and such. Long story short, there may be even cooler prizes added to the ones already offered in the weeks ahead if I can work out these deals, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, that's all the news I have for this update video. Can't wait to see all your creativity and innovation, so don't wait until the last minute. Turning your entry into a video always takes a little longer than you think, so you don't want to get down to the last minute and be like, man, I put all this effort into a settlement and now I can't make it into a video because I haven't figured out how yet. I'm going to be pretty strict about the deadline just to be fair to everyone and all that, so plan ahead. Oh, and a quick thanks to everyone who already subbed for helping the channel reach 85,000 subscribers. That is awesome. My goal at the beginning of the year was to get the channel over the 100,000 mark this year, and we're on track to meet that goal. So continue spreading the word and sub if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, and be back soon with another build video. Peace out.